What is shakin', Internet? This is Salts bringing you some more How to Tank LFR for Dummies. In this guide, I will be covering the sixth boss in Dragon Soul Raid instance, which is Warmaster Blackhorn, I believe his name is. Warmaster Blackhorn? Something like that. Warmaster something. So, getting right into it. As you can see here, we're getting ready for the fight. I think I might have wiped before this. I don't remember. But so trash on this there's really not any trash on this. There's phase 1 where there's ads to kill, and then there's phase 2 where there's a main boss to kill. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover the ads first. So let's see. There's gonna be two different sets of ads that show up. There's gonna be two Viking people that jump onto the airship during the first phase. Each need to be tanked by a specific tank. We'll get to them in just a minute. Basically, there's two Viking people on the ship that need to be tanked. Then there's two dragons off to the side that need to be DPS'd. Since this is just a guide for tanks, we're going to focus on the two in the middle. So as far as this goes, so there you go. You see the first one there. So one of them, you'll notice, has a helmet, and one of them does not have a helmet. Now, this doesn't make too much of a difference in LFR, but I'm going to go ahead and cover it anyway. Each of them have a buff and debuff that do something that I believe does extra damage. I don't know, I don't have the numbers in front of me right now. But basically what you want to do is you want to have one tank the non-helmet person, and the other tank the helmet person. Once you kill them, after 20 or 30 seconds or something, more of the Viking people will come down, and you have to kill them. Now, the thing is, you want the tank to switch. So the first tank that was doing the helmet wants to then tank the person without the helmet. That's because I think the buff stacks up and does more damage. So what you want to do is kill that. So there's one other thing, one of the big mechanic during this phase that the tanks can potentially be in, and that's this Twilight Onslaught. See the Twilight Onslaught, that big purple ring over there? Everybody should be stacking up on that, because as you can see, a huge chunk of damage just went out towards the wave. Basically, when you stand on those, or when you stand even on the little ones or the big ones or whatever, when you stand on them, you take damage, but you protect the ship. If the ship gets down to 0 hit points, you lose the fight. You end, and it gets, everybody wipes and it's over. So you want to take as much of that damage as possible. Really, you can almost ignore them. But so there's a Twilight Onslaught over there. Everybody runs over to it. You can easily do this in LFR. What you can do is you can run over there yourself and just pop a cooldown. Normally, any kind of cooldown, 10% cooldown, 20% cooldown, 50% cooldown, any of them will help out, and you can probably survive the hit yourself. Perfectly fine. But regardless, you don't have to do that. It all depends on, you really can't do much as far as the tank. You can take the little ones, but you need to be careful because even the little ones will do enough damage to kill you. So you might want to pop small cooldowns if you want to take the little ones. So you can see that, just to point it out, so you have the big one back there in the corner that you can see, and this little one to the right of me, you can barely see it, but yeah, there it is. So you have big ones and little ones, and you can take the big ones if everybody runs with you. If you're the only one, you're going to die, 100%. Like, if one person stands there alone, I don't think even a tank could do that. Maybe with all your cooldowns popped or something. But regardless, that's really all there is to this first phase. You got these two ads, just switch. Do the helmet one, do the non-helmet one, helmet one, non-helmet one, and if you feel strong enough, you can go and stand in the Twilight Onslaught and get all the damage done as well. And maybe save it a little bit. But that's pretty much it. That is the entirety of phase 1 as far as tanking is concerned. The second phase is, oh, there he goes, there's the boss. This is the second phase. So there's the boss. Warmaster Blackhorn, I believe is what it is. And he's the main boss here. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and tank him, and he's going to do a couple of moves. So the first one you just saw there was Disrupting War. That does AoE damage to the entire raid. Nothing you can do about it. The second one is, as you can see, the Twilight Flames. That's actually coming from his dragon up there. You can't really do anything about the dragon. Ranged DPS needs to kill the dragon so that those flames die. But you can't do anything about it, so don't worry about it. But basically, you do want to switch off when he does crush. I do believe he does crush armor. He does something armor. Sunder armor. There it is. Sunder armor. So Sunder armor does quite a bit of armor reduction. So you really want to. Switch off on Sunder armor. Generally, he doesn't do it very fast. So I would say maybe wait for 2 stacks at the most, and then you can just taunt off. Nope. There's 3 stacks. Definitely need to taunt off. There you go. So wait for 2, maybe 3 stacks, depending on how good the tanks are. So at 3 stacks, taunt off, so that the other person can let the stacks fall off. But as you can see, he doesn't do terribly too much. The other thing you're going to see here is the shockwaves. So he does a shockwave on a random raid member. Anywhere on the boat, he can pick a random member and do a shockwave on them. He will then do a line attack in front of you. So all you have to do is just, when he says shockwave and it does make that little sound, it's like dun-dun, then you have to run away from where he's facing. Just, there you go, see, he moved away from, he's facing away from me, there you go, done. Nobody moved away from that, so everybody just got beat. But that's pretty much all there is to it. So here's Sunder Armor 2, and as you can see, now that they've killed the dragon up there, we're not getting any of the flames anymore, so nobody has to run around and do anything crazy. It's pretty straightforward. Let's do a review here real quick. Phase 1, use helmet, non-helmet, helmet, non-helmet to get the Vikings and kill the Vikings. Also, you want to take the damage with the Twilight stuff if you can. Phase 2, taunt off at 3 stacks of Sunder Armor and avoid Shockwave and avoid flames. That's all there is to it. It's plain and simple. That is the fight. It gets a little hectic because there's no trash and it kind of gets started immediately and all that good stuff. But I think it's doable, and hopefully this has helped. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I will answer any questions that you have about the fight. If it's not clear enough, please let me know, and I will try. I can even make another guide or something. But either way, that's pretty much all there is to Warmaster Blackhorn. So, hopefully you have enjoyed this, and as always, you keep it salty, Internet.